You're watching the TGM production. I had a strange dream last night. It was the type of dream that made you think, I wonder what all that means. But it was the type of dream that made me go sweaty. Like, literally, so sweaty that I stood up and you could see the outline of my body. It was so smelly. You could even smell it from four streets away. It was disgusting. But it was odd. It was that type of feeling that you get that makes you go, what just happened? And you need to process that thought, that feeling. You need to sort of process how it worked. And you think to yourself, right, I've had this dream. And then you have to say, well, what does it mean? What made this dream the weirdest out of any dream I've ever had was the fact that I remembered exact details of this dream. So much detail that it made me think, well, why do I remember so much? But it was just any old dream. It seemed like any old dream at the beginning. But it wasn't. But it started out as that dream. It started out as any normal day, and for a good few minutes I didn't notice that it wasn't your average dream. For a good few minutes I didn't notice anything was up with it, because all I knew was it seemed quite normal. But it's that type of dream that makes you think, that can't be normal.
Ah! I'm a dog! Ah! I've got paws! Ah! Itch. Ah! I'm a dog! I have the urge to go outside. Run.
It was the first time in my entire life that I remembered the dream to the extent that it felt so real. It was that type of dream that makes you just question. And they all say that some dreams can be about a type of person, and in this case, it's what I'm trying to work out. And to be frankly honest, I don't like animals in general. You'll never catch me watching an animal programme on TV. Well, you'll catch me watching the TV for Pets segment on Sunday brunch, but you wouldn't catch me generally watching animals, because I don't like them, especially dogs. This seems so strange. Why do I have this sudden urge to run around the garden and sniff those flowers? Sniff those juicy flowers. Oh, those gorgeous flowers. To me, dreams feel like a never-ending story. It's because I woke up before the dream ended. It's like when Netflix cancel a TV series after one series with an ending, and at that point you're like, ugh, you're never going to find out the answer. It's like that with a dream. So to try and work out what this dream means was sort of a tricky thing to do, due to the fact that there wasn't an ending, there wasn't anything. Why is this on a loop? Sniffing flowers, looking over fences, and doing general dog behaviour. But why is it looping? It was that type of dream that made me think, well, what's going on? And I was struggling so much, it just became so annoying. Oh, I really need to sniff that boy. Oh, I really need to sniff that boy. This is odd. I went around my friend's house and we decided, let's watch an old episode of Robot Wars. It's mine and my friend's favourite programme. So I sat there and his dog looked at me. I went, no. No, he stared at me. No. But he's this ugly, sort of bulldog type thing that's hairless and it's awful. The dog stared at me and we were, woo! Robot Wars! Sir Mix-a-Lot! Woo! And all the others. And I'm sat there and they're fighting the robots and then the dog jumps, right onto me. He's the ultimate thing that just slavers all over me. There's so many lovely flowers, but why are they all in black and white? Slaver, it's disgusting. And I pushed him away. And it's the only thing I had to do. I'm sorry. So we had to stop watching Robot Wars. This urge is so strong. This is just such an odd sensation. But it's that type of thing that may have caused this dream. Events like that may have influenced what the dream's about. I don't know, but things like that occurring might be the catalyst to sort of forcing a dream on. Why am I so obsessed with the world? Why is everything so much louder? It was that sort of dream that really puzzled me. The more I thought about it, the more I tried to piece it together. Why is everything so much heightened? Yes, I know, I could go out and go get a psychologist or a therapist, whichever one it is. And I know I could do that, but I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the inclination, I don't even know where to look to find one of them, even if I wanted to. But what makes things worse is I try and talk it out to other people and it doesn't always work, so I went down to the pub and we ordered a round and we were all laughing, and I thought, right, now's the moment. So I said to him, I had this dream last night, and so I told him what the dream was, and they just burst out laughing, and I got so embarrassed, my face went bright red, in my soul I shriveled and shriveled and shriveled, until I was nothing. And it all happened within a second. And I went, yeah, I was only joking. And we laughed. But really, I was hurt on the inside. I was broken from within. That keeps damage. Me thinking I knew my friends very well. I was thinking I knew them. I thought, yes, they'll understand. But a few pints against the wind, no. They don't. And no matter how many times I go over that event over and over and over and over and over again in my head, it doesn't make the event any better. It just makes it worse. And I think and I think and I think and I spiral and I spiral and spiral and it doesn't work. I thought I had loyal friends. I thought this wasn't something to be embarrassed about. You hear rumours, you hear stories about people saying there's no shame in the world and there's nothing taboo. But really, that was a shame. I'm ashamed of having this weird dream due to their reaction. If we're going to react to that, what else are we going to react to like that? What else am I going to do? And how else am I going to think about this? But the more I spiral and spiral and spiral, and the more I think and think and think, and I just come to the conclusion, it was all pointless in the first place. I wasted my days, I wasted my time, and I wasted the humiliation for something that, in the end, could just mean nothing. And there's no point trying to figure it out, because if I know, well, what am I going to do with that information? What am I going to do with the information, even if I know exactly what all this means? So I'm just going to give up and go, yeah, it's pointless. I'm not going to think about it, I'm not going to waste my day doing it. But the more I waste my time, the more embarrassed, the more shameful I feel, that I shouldn't be feeling like that. I've got a whole life to live. I don't want to waste it thinking about pathetic dreams about being a dog I don't like dogs, I hate dogs, they're furry, they're horrible, they're itchy, I hate animals. And now I hate them more than I'll ever hate them. Now is the worst point. Now is the point I hate. Now is the point I've got hatred in my heart for animals, mainly dogs. Take it or leave it with penguins, but if I was a penguin, that would be a different story. But I was a dog, and dogs are mangy, horrible, awful. Even the hairless dogs are creepy. I just don't see the point. And, to be honest, I'm just gonna give up.